Hey guys, this is RyGuyGaming here today, back with another episode of Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. Today we are going to be heading off to Evening Lake, but in the middle of that we are going to be intercepted by the next boss. So let's go ahead and see who that is. This game does have dynamic... Oh yeah, there's a cutscene, so I will talk about this after.
You bumbling, idiotic, worthless fool! I ask you to carry out one simple task, and you fail me. I should have known better than to rely on a child. But don't worry about it. I'll deal with them now.
These eggs can't be worth all this trouble.
Without the dragons, the magic in this world will wither away. Without magic, I'll die. And so will your ever so slim chance of becoming a sorceress. Now, watch how a real sorceress dispatches her enemies. How would you like some dragon for lunch?
So as I was saying, this game does have dynamic difficulty scaling, so the better you're doing, the harder this boss will be. I haven't really seen it on other bosses, or at least it doesn't play that much of an effect. But this one becomes particularly more difficult. I think he just gets more health and he starts doing some more complex moves earlier, but this boss becomes particularly more difficult if you're doing better. And the way they measure your performance is by how many eggs you have. So if you don't want to face a harder version of this boss, you should probably hold off on collecting a lot of the eggs. Oh shoot, until you get to this boss. So dang it, that was dumb. This is probably the hardest boss in the game, hands down. I don't really know. Oh my gosh. I don't really know why they decided to make him so hard, but they did. And this is easy, besides some of the mini games. Of course, some of the mini games will always be more annoying. But yeah, after you damage him a little bit, he starts getting new abilities. You can see now that he's starting to like destroy my boulders. And honestly, I hate these boulders because they suck to line up to hit him with them. So that kind of sucks. Especially because I think I'm using digital controls right now for some reason. Oh my gosh. There we go. So now you can see there's cracks in the playing field, which put out like lava jets or fire jets, so you have to be careful. Oh my gosh. And then another thing you can see here, you kind of want to keep him from getting the power-ups because he gets new abilities too. The red one's pretty easy to dodge. You don't really have to worry about it, but the next one, the blue one, can be particularly difficult. And I'm not sure why Sergeant Bird is not being nice and dropping me sheep. So I'm probably going to die here. Yeah. And the fun thing about Spyro bosses is if you die, you get to start over. So that's always fun. That was way better. Oh gosh. Yeah, you want to be careful, because like you saw last time, he'll smash you if you steal his power up. to make sure he didn't do 4 blasts. I don't know at what point he starts doing 4. Looks like it's now. So I think they should... Oh my gosh, no. Should start dropping the blue ones. And these ones are just projectiles instead of like a flame breath. But when he collects them, he gets this really stupid laser beam ability. And it can be kind of hard to dodge sometimes, and it lasts forever. But as long as you keep charging, you should be okay for the most part. Oh good, there's one right in our path. Alrighty. So that took only 1 fail, so that's fine. So now that we grabbed the, I think that said Monique egg, we're just gonna go ahead and hop on out of here and continue to the next area. So I think we're going to do the homeworld first, and then we'll go ahead and head back and do the Sparks level, so that we can get the gem finder, which is a very nice upgrade. But Bianca's gonna come in and talk to us here. She takes forever to rainbow in. There we go. Yeah. Basically, she starts kind of taking a more less hostile tone towards you. Because if you saw in the cutscene, she's becoming kind of reluctant to what the sorceress is doing. So she is trying to like help you out, like saying like, hey, the sorceress is nuts, you might want to back off, but we're like, nah. But anyways, I don't know if you can tell, but since we got the Sparks finder, the Sparks range extender in the last episode, Sparks is able to pick up gems from further away. And it's really nice in the underwater, that's what I'm trying to say, because Sparks already kind of has a buffed range underwater, so it's like extra buffed. So we'll just grab those. Here's the Sparks level for this one, and then we'll fly over here. Grab this egg. Hannah. And then we're going to come over here. So that way I can do all the out of water areas first. And then we'll go underwater, because if you can't tell, half of this level, or most of this level, is underwater. Here's Zoe to tell us about power-ups. I think this might be the first time that you... Oh my gosh, what happened to my jump there? Got like eaten, but I think that's the first time you see the invincibility power up. I'm not sure, but I guess it could be. Maybe I just didn't hold down the jump button for long enough last time, because the height of your jump is affected by how long you hold down the jump button. So if I just tap it, I barely jump, but if I hold it down, I get the highest possible jump. Let's grab this. Just tried to use the right stick to move the camera. That won't do anything. Let's grab all these bad boys. And then let's grab this egg. That was Ted. Had some glasses. Alright, so that should be everywhere that's out of the water. So let's go ahead and start getting some underwater gems where we have to break these stupid things. Just go up here since we're already here, and this is where you find Bentley, one of the playable characters. We will be playing his level next time so that I can go back and finish up Bamboo Terrace. But of course you'll have already seen the end of Bamboo Terrace, and you'll have already seen some gameplay of Bentley, because I am a good editor. Okay, let's grab these, and then... To be honest, I love this homeworld as far as the music and the aesthetics go, but when it comes to like grabbing all the gems, I do not appreciate this homeworld because they're just kind of like littered everywhere and you don't get the sparks. I mean, I guess I could go back and get the sparks finder ability first, but usually it just makes more sense to finish this level while you're already here. So I don't have it yet. But anyways, if you run through that wall, which you can tell because it has cracks on it, then we can get this egg here. And then in here, there is everyone's favorite level with one of the, probably two of the worst challenges in the game. Not really, the Sheila one in Spooky Swamp was the worst, but Just making sure I got everything over here. And then break these. And we'll have to gem hunt in a minute. Right now, you notice there's this big whale swimming around, but if you get in his way, he'll actually eat you. And there's an egg in here, and guess what his name is? In case any of you are wondering, because I understand that everyone hasn't read this book or heard stories from it, but that is a biblical reference. In the Bible, there's a prophet named Jonah who gets eaten by a whale because he doesn't want to go preach to some people like God asked him to. Anyways, let's look. Unfortunately, once you get eaten once, the whale won't eat you anymore, so he's just kind of like he just swims around in circles forever. I don't know why you would want to get eaten again, but maybe you do. So I must just be missing just a couple gems, and I think there are some up higher, because it can be tempting to just kind of hug the ground. There we go. Alright, so now we're gonna go back to Midday Gardens, that's what it's called, I think, and do the Sparks level so that we can get the Sparks Finder ability so that we can use it in the rest of the levels from now on. So we have to use our whirligig here until we can get the rocket going. I really do appreciate how in the Spyro games you can always replay the bosses. A lot of games just kind of shaft you in that you can't replay the bosses, but not in Spyro. So we have to go all the way back up to the top of the level. I'm honestly kind of getting sick of this music because I don't know why. This is probably one of my least favorite homeworlds. Just the homeworld itself. I like the levels here, but the music kind of drones on. Alright, so here we are in this Sparks level. I forget what it's called, but yeah. Ooh, basically it introduces these guys that kind of have like an AoE, and they take like 6 shots to take down. But he does give us a green butterfly, which is nice, and we can grab a key. So as the Sparks levels progress, they get progressively more maze-like. This one isn't too bad, but the next one is pretty mazy, but we don't have to worry about that one until we get to it. So these guys come out of these flowers for some reason. Ooh, hello. What? Let's go up here. Oh, ouch. Yeah, you have to be careful with these guys. They have a big... I'm pretty sure that white one is a force field. So let's grab him. Yeah. He gives you a force field, so you can just like charge through enemies. excuse me, without taking any damage, because I don't know if I've mentioned this or if I mentioned this in the last one, but charging doesn't actually do damage to enemies, it will only damage you. The only thing charging is good for as sparks is moving faster. So even though you are charging, you do not want to run headfirst into enemies. Let's take care of this big beetle guy. Or are these spiders? I guess they have 8 legs, huh? So I guess they're spiders. I don't want to waste the green butterflies just in case I have to come back later because I accidentally pick up another pickup. I'm probably kind of frugal on the pickups. You can use them however you want. I just like to make extra sure that I have one left over for the boss. So I just kind of end up not using it, even though that's probably kind of dumb. Oh look, I missed some gems. Let's go through this way. It's kind of annoying though, because these guys will just keep coming at you from below. Usually they stop spawning if they're far enough off screen. Like right now you'll notice they aren't really spawning anymore. Oops. Did not want to pick that up. But once they get back on actually, I think they keep spawning. I think it's just that they don't come after you while they're off screen. But I think there can only be a certain amount like spawned and waiting at a time. So if they aren't coming after you, then there more won't spawn. But I don't know. I've never actually like looked at it or paid very close attention. I did not mean to eat that. Ooh, get juked. Can I go through this door? I guess not. This one's a little harder to tell which keys go where. Like I'm not even sure if there's really an indicator. I think you just have to kind of try doors until it works. Oh gosh. That wasn't too bad. I took less damage than I thought I would. Now this guy's kind of tricky. You have to kind of sneak around the corner. Step on this button. And then we can blow this one out. Where the heck are these ones? Oh, it didn't blow up all the way. Oh yeah, if you touch their stupid thing, you take damage from it. Now let's use this key on the green looking hallway, even though the key isn't green. Oops. So this one, I guess I can show this off, is kind of like a ricochet shot. Once you shoot it and it hits something, it kind of like ricochets off of stuff. Oh, and I guess it's kind of powerful. So I think the next room is the boss room, so I'm gonna go grab one of those green butterflies that I left behind for just this reason. Alrighty, so I grabbed one of those, and I also managed to find a healing butterfly, so I'm on full health, because this boss is actually pretty difficult. So you have to shoot him while he's not spinning, and the only time he isn't spinning is when he's spitting out like his babies. So the speedrunners, when they fight the bosses, they'll kind of just go up and like hug them. That's kind of risky, but you can do it that way because it guarantees that every single shot will hit them. So let's go ahead and pick up the rest of these gems. These should be all the gems. I don't want to go that close to the portal because I don't want to accidentally go through it and have to play through the whole thing again. And yep, that's all the gems, so we can hop on out because that should be 100% level completion.
Excellent work, Sparks. And I see that you...
So yeah, now as you can see, we have the ability to look for treasures when we hold down the shoulder buttons. On the emulator, at least when I use my Xbox controller, it's not quite all 4 of the shoulder buttons. I think it's like 3 of them. I don't remember how it works, but yeah, one of them has to be up or else it doesn't work. Well, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Next time, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and do the Bentley level, so that way I can go ahead and come back and do the Bamboo Terrace. So next time we'll go ahead and do that, and then after that we'll go start doing the other levels in Evening Lake. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. I know it was a little bit of a shorter one also, but this series never was about length. We're just trying to take it a level or 2 per episode. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see y'all in the next episode. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.